In a land far away, there lived a powerful wizard named Malphas. He was a man of great intelligence and ambition, but his heart was filled with darkness and malice. He was consumed by his desire for power and control, and he was willing to do whatever it takes to achieve it. Malphas began to study the dark arts, and soon he became one of the most feared and powerful wizards in the land. He had mastered the art of necromancy, and could raise the dead and control them with ease. He had also mastered the art of manipulation, and could bend the minds of others to his will. As Malphas grew in power, he began to gather followers. He promised them wealth, power, and immortality if they pledged their allegiance to him. Many fell under his spell, and soon he had an army of loyal followers at his command. With his army, Malphas set out to conquer the land. He marched on city after city, leaving a trail of destruction in his wake. He used his dark powers to raise the dead and control them, and his enemies were no match for his army of the undead. The people of the land were terrified of Malphas and his dark powers, and they began to call him the Dark Wizard. They knew that he was a force to be reckoned with, and that no one could stand against him. But there were still those who opposed Malphas, and who were determined to stop him. A group of powerful wizards, led by a wise and powerful wizard named Raven, joined forces to stop the Dark Wizard. They knew that they could not defeat Malphas in a direct confrontation, so they decided to use their powers to seal him away. They used their powers to create a powerful spell that would trap Malphas in an alternate dimension. They cast the spell, and Malphas and his army were sucked into the alternate dimension. The people of the land rejoiced at the defeat of the Dark Wizard, and they hailed the wizards who had saved them as heroes. But they knew that Malphas was still out there, trapped in the alternate dimension. They feared that one day he would find a way to escape, and return to wreak havoc once again. And they were right, Malphas was still out there, plotting his return. He knew that one day he would find a way to break the seal, and return to the land, stronger than ever before. And when he does, he will stop at nothing to achieve his ultimate goal, to conquer the land and become its ruler. The people of the land knew they had to be vigilant, they knew that they had to always be ready for his return, to stop him once and for all, before it's too late. Years passed, and the people of the land had all but forgotten about the Dark Wizard, Malphas. They went about their lives, rebuilding their cities and towns, and trying to put the past behind them. But they never let their guard down, they knew that one day Malphas would return, and they were always prepared for that day. But Malphas had not been idle in the alternate dimension. He had been studying and researching, and had discovered a way to break the seal that trapped him. He had also gathered a new army of followers, who were even more loyal and powerful than before. One day, without warning, the seal broke, and Malphas and his army emerged from the alternate dimension. The people of the land were caught off guard, and many were killed in the initial attack. But they quickly rallied, and fought back against the Dark Wizard and his army. The wizards who had sealed Malphas away, led by Raven, also joined the fight. They knew that this was their chance to finally defeat the Dark Wizard, and put an end to his reign of terror. The battle was fierce and brutal, but in the end, the forces of good emerged victorious. Malphas and his army were defeated, and the Dark Wizard was captured and brought to justice. The people of the land rejoiced, and hailed the wizards as heroes once again. But as Malphas was being taken away, he glared at Raven with a cold and menacing stare. Raven knew that this was not the end, that Malphas would one day return, and they had to be ready. The people of the land knew that they could never let their guard down, they had to always be ready for the return of the Dark Wizard. And so they created a special order of wizards, whose sole purpose was to watch for any signs of Malphas' return, and to stop him once and for all. And so, the legend of the Dark Wizard, Malphas, lived on, as a reminder of the dangers that threaten the land, and the brave heroes who stood against them. If you liked this video, please give it a like and share. Subscribe the channel for more amazing stories.